I left a vacation early because my boyfriend and his friends made fun of me until I cried. I went on a ski trip with my boyfriend and 5 of his friends. They rented this house about 10 minutes from the ski resort. The only problem has been the bathroom doors don't seem to lock. Everything was fine until day 4. I'm not a huge drinker, especially around people I don't know well. We haven't been eating the best and had pizzas before this. My stomach was bothering me, so I excused myself to the bathroom on the main floor. So I'm on the toilet, taking a poop when the doorknob starts to move. I'm in here, but his female friend comes in anyway. She honestly smells what's going on and makes a big ruckus to the rest of the group that I'm pooping. I told her to please get out as calmly as I could because I was starting to get very upset. She was making a big deal over a normal bodily process, so she goes to leave the bathroom, but basically throws open the bathroom door to do so. 3 of the 4 guys are there in the hallway, and she's exposed me to them. Now, I'm very upset and mortified. I yelled at her to get out and to shut the door behind her. They all are standing in the doorway and not listening to me. My boyfriend notices what's going on and comes into the bathroom. I think he's going to yell at his friends, but instead, the drunk craphole comments on how bad it smells in the bathroom. He leaves but doesn't take his friends with him. They continue to point and laugh while I'm in a vulnerable state. I think they were making potty jokes. All while I'm sat on the toilet, pants at my ankles, keeping my knees locked shut. I start screaming at this point to get out of the bathroom and shut the door over and over. I'm actually crying at this point because I'm so mortified, and I've never been in such a bizarre situation. My crying and screaming finally got the idiot's attention. She shuts the door behind her. Now I'm breaking down in the bathroom, still crying and trying to get sorted so I can be done and wash my hands and get the hell out of this room. While washing my hands, all I can think is that my boyfriend didn't help at all. I'm absolutely mortified and decide to just go into the bedroom. However, when I come out of the bathroom, still crying a bit, all 6 of them start howling with laughter and pointing at me. It's like one of those crazy nightmares where everything seems more dramatic than real life should be. I just look at my boyfriend, meet his eyes, and everything to show how upset I am, and they don't stop. I go upstairs to our room and pack. I can't go through 3 more days with these people, and I don't want to sleep in the same bed as my boyfriend. Intoxicated or not, they are being incredibly disrespectful and childish. I finish packing, change my flight to the next morning, and order an Uber to go to the airport hotel. I gather all of my things and walk downstairs to get my coat and leave. They all start laughing when I come back in the room, but my boyfriend finally notices I have my bags with me. I silently put my coat on. Boyfriend yells, "Where the F are you going?" Airport is all I say. Now he is yelling and they're all yelling, saying it was just in fun and I should lighten up, have another beer, etc. No one apologizes, not even my boyfriend. He just seems so mad that I'm leaving. I tell him I'll see him in a few days and walk out to my Uber. Once I'm finally in my hotel room later, I curl up in bed and cry. Once I flew home the next morning and got back to my apartment, I had so many texts, missed calls, and voicemails from my boyfriend. They ranged from apologetic to angry to accusing, as if I did something wrong by going to the freaking bathroom. I haven't responded yet, and he comes home in 2 days. Update. So my boyfriend came home a day after I did. When he got home right away, I saw he was noticeably nervous and twitchy. He sits on my couch. I sit separately on my recliner. He blurts out, "Are we over? Depends on what you have to say, unless you want it to be over." He says no before I finish. Okay then, so I tell him to explain what happened. So he and his genius friends took magic mushrooms. I flipped a bit. Why didn't he tell me? I then asked him to explain his craphole behavior the next morning then. He says he and his guy friends didn't remember the reality of what happened, but, shocker, female friend, she did. She laughed when explaining it later that afternoon to them. The guys were horrified and the boyfriend is rethinking friendship with her. I said I never want to see her again. not an ultimatum, just a fact. So once he knew he was embarrassed and didn't want to apologize over the phone or text, so he came home early. He took the time to get his itinerary and thoughts sorted, he says. He asked for my side of it, and I just let him read my first post. It was too hard to say. He gave me a huge hug after, apologizing between forehead and cheek kisses. We agreed to work through it. I could practically smell his relief. He thought I was done with him. I did too before we talked and got an explanation. We set boundaries, no secrets, even if we think the other is going to be upset. Better to talk through things than have issues later. My main sticking point was I didn't want that to be in our lives. The fact that she acted that way when she was mostly sober and could recant the entire thing while laughing is unacceptable. He understood and messaged the guys in front of me. He told them I was giving him a second chance, and he explained what happened. They asked if they could FaceTime us later to apologize. We said yes, but without her, they understood and agreed. Their apologies later that night were all very sweet and genuine. Boyfriend spoke with female friend a few days later and then blocked her, all while beside me. These last couple of months, he has really stepped up and shown me how important I am to him and how much he loves me. We've both upheld our side of the boundary of no secrets. It's actually been awesome to just talk through any issues, feelings, etc. We were great before this bizarre incident, but things are strangely better now.